Welcome back. Today we're going to talk about Little Alterboy. This is going to be the first of a few videos I'm going to make about Soundtoys plugins. Basically, it is a pitch shifting monophonic voice manipulation device. Very simple, as you can see from the interface. I'm not the greatest singer, but I have recorded myself singing a song. So let's just listen to the raw vocal without Little Alterboy, and then we'll apply Little Alterboy to the vocal to see how it sounds. Can't get enough of you, and you won't let go. Okay, so that's pretty much it. I've just looped it. So what we're going to do is now we're going to switch on Little Alterboy. Going to show you what it does in terms of pitch and format. So most people know what pitch movement is. Little Alterboy only allows you to shift the pitch up by 12 semitones. So let's listen to it when you do that. Can't get enough of you, and you won't let go. And down by 12. Can't get enough of you. So that's pitch. And you won't let. And then it also allows you to change the format. So let's listen to format. Can't get enough of you, and you won't let go. So if you don't know what format is, I like to sort of explain the higher the format, the more you sound like a female, and the lower the format, the more you sound like a male. Obviously, I'm a male, so if you just increase it, you sound like a really butch male. Decreasing it and increasing it is a bit more on the female sort of side. So it's slightly different to pitch, but they do work together. And if you click on link and move the pitch, both the pitch and format move at the same time. Can't get enough of you, and you won't let go. So like many of these things, shifting just a little bit makes a big difference. Shifting a lot, you can obviously hear the differences, but there's not really a lot of artifacts. It's pretty smooth. So that's pretty much it for pitch and format. And remember, we're only in transpose mode. There are two other modes called quantize and robot, which we will look through in a second. So the other thing that it has, which is really nice, is this drive, which actually just increases the overdrive of the signal output. So let's listen to it with a bit more overdrive and just listen to how good it sounds. And obviously it has mix, and it always defaults to wet. So let's just reduce the mix. Can't get enough of you, and you won't let go. So you can see how useful it could be as something that creates like backing vocals. So if you just increase the shift, the pitch by about 3, you can really hear like a backing vocal type sound. Can't get enough of you, and you won't let go. So obviously you can use that with other effects like a reverb and stuff, and it really does sound much better than this kind of raw signal. And remember, I'm not a vocalist, and my vocals aren't the best, and it still sounds not too bad. So let's just quickly go through this other mode called quantize mode. For me, quantize is kind of similar to transpose, but I think it's Soundtoys' attempt to make like an auto-tune type of sound. All it does is it tunes your vocal to the nearest chromatic semitone as quickly as possible. So the result of quantize is pretty audible, and it's similar to the automatic tuning effect found on lots of sort of pop, rap, R&B hits. Let's just listen to quantize and compare it to transpose. Let's just do that now. Can't get enough. On wet. Can't get enough of you, and you won't let go. So transpose is smoother, won't let go. And quantize sounds a bit more like auto-tune. Can't get enough of you, and you won't let go. So that's quantize. It's not one I use a lot. I use transpose a lot, but I use quantize a lot. But then again, my songs don't really need that auto-tune sound. And if I really needed the auto-tune sound, I would use the auto-tune plugin which I do understand costs a lot of money. If you want that sound, that's what you need. So the last one, which is really interesting, is a robot. All it does is it plays every single note of your voice in one key. There's just no movement. So let's listen to the song in robot mode. Now let's just change the pitch. It's just one note. Now, the thing about robot is it accepts MIDI messages. So you can actually go in and record some MIDI, and it will, almost like kind of a vocoder, it tunes the vocals for you. It's not really a vocoder, but it tunes the vocals based on a MIDI input. So let's look at what I did earlier. I actually just recorded some MIDI myself. Let's listen to that MIDI. Okay, so what you need to do to send this MIDI into the Little Alterboy is, once again, you need it to be on robot mode, and then you need to actually delete any instrument that's on the track, and then send it to the audio. And as you can see here, and by the way, I'm using Ableton. There are probably other ways to do this if you've got a different DAW, which I'm not sure, but I think they all pretty much work the same. So this automatically goes to the Little Alterboy, because that's the only plugin that is in that audio track. And it's now going to send that MIDI to that track. Let's listen to it. Okay, so now let's just kind of change let's shift everything down an octave. Can't get enough of you. Another octave. Now let's just move this go note up a few, so just hear what it sounds like now. Okay, so you're actually literally changing the notes. Let's lift it up a bit more. Can't let go. Okay, so you can do it that way. What's really interesting for me personally is what you can do now. I'm just going to put my mic down. I'm going to group the two. I'm going to duplicate that, and so I've duplicated my vocals and the MIDI. Now it's going to be sending the MIDI now to the duplicated vocal. I'm going to now just kind of change some of the notes. So just going to kind of attempt to make a harmony. I don't know if this is going to work because I've not actually auditioned any of this. This is just messing around a little bit. So let's just try it like that. Have a listen to this. So this is a harmony. Can't get enough of you, and you won't let go. Okay, so I hope that gives you an idea. Let's legato this, by the way. I hope this gives you an idea of kind of the power that this very simple, very useful plugin has. Can't get enough of you, and you won't let. Okay, and if you want, you could just keep grouping and changing the notes. And before you have it, you've got a choir. You know, you've got some incredible stuff. So if we just go back to Little Alterboy again. So we have got that robot mode on. So let's actually see what it does to the pitch. So it's actually changing, the MIDI is actually changing the pitch. But you can still change the format. Now the other thing you can do is change the mix to bring the original in. So if we bring that second vocal in, yeah, so it's pretty cool, I think. So the other thing that I wanted to show you with the presets, they sound really good. So let's just listen to a few of them. Can't get enough Can't get enough of you, and you won't let go, won't let go. Can't get enough of you, and you won't let go, won't let go. So this is going to be the first in a series of Soundtoys videos that I'm about to make. I've already made a couple of videos and there's been a pretty good response to those. So that's encouraged me to do a few more and to create a series. The next one's going to be the Tremolator plugin, which I know that you're going to love. It's a fantastic plugin. So until then, catch you later.